Yo, imagine waking up and the entire internet is screaming your name. Not because of a movie. Not because of a business launch. But because your man was allegedly caught sneaking around Paris with another woman. Tonight's story begins in France, where the paparazzi don't just take pictures. They hunt scandals like wolves, and according to the latest explosive reports, Timothée Chalamet was spotted leaving a hotel with a mysterious woman, not just walking out casually either. No. The photos show him looking like a man who just realized the world is watching. His eyes wide, his face stiff, almost like he's thinking, "Oh no, they saw me." And then comes the part that makes this story feel less like gossip and more like a crime scene. Because the woman, later identified as a French-Romanian actress, was seen near the same hotel room, the same hallway, the same entrance, and when the cameras appeared, she suddenly ducked behind a corner, while Timothee stepped out alone and walked straight into a car. Alone. No friends. No group event. No explanation. Just a man escaping like he had something to hide, but the internet wasn't done. Fans immediately rushed in with the classic defense. That's not his girl, she's someone's wife. Yet the question remains, if she was married, where was the husband? And if this was innocent, why did it look like a cover-up? Tonight, the streets of Paris are quiet. But online, a storm has already begun, and Kylie Jenner's silence might be the loudest clue of all, because maybe she already knew. Or worse, maybe this was never cheating, maybe this was an agreement. The moment those photos hit the internet, everything changed, because this wasn't just a blurry, maybe it's him type rumor. No. The paparazzi had clear shots, clear angles, and worst of all, a clear expression on Timothee's face. That expression people call the caught look. The type of face you only make when you realize you've been exposed. And then came the video. A video so suspicious, people replayed it frame by frame like it was police footage. In the clip, Timothee is seen near the hotel entrance. And the woman is right there too, but when the cameras zoom in, she instantly backs away, hiding behind a corner like she's avoiding arrest. And Timothee, he doesn't wave. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't act like an innocent man, instead, he walks out alone. Cold. Quiet. Controlled, like he's trying to make sure the public never connects the dots. But the paparazzi didn't stop, they followed the story deeper. According to reports, Timothee and the woman allegedly requested a huge security detail, and even used tarps to block the view, so no one could see them entering the same vehicle. Tarps, let that sink in, normal people don't need tarps unless they're hiding something. Then came the wildest part. They allegedly drove around Paris for almost an hour, trying to make sure no one was following them, like they were running from the truth. But eventually, the pressure became too much. Too many eyes. Too many cameras. Too much risk. So they returned back to the hotel. And the public asked the same question again. If this was just a friend, why all the secrecy? Why the panic? Why the hiding? Because one thing was clear now. This wasn't a casual hangout, this was a mission. And Timothée Chalamet looked like a man trying to escape a scandal before it exploded. But the scandal already had a name, and it was spreading faster than wildfire. Cheating in Paris. By the next morning, the internet wasn't just talking. It was investigating. Because once people saw the footage, they didn't react like fans, they reacted like detectives. Screenshots were zoomed in. Timelines were matched. And every detail was questioned like it was courtroom evidence. But then, something strange happened. Comments started disappearing. Posts calling it cheating were suddenly deleted. Threads discussing Kylie being embarrassed were mysteriously wiped. And that's when the conspiracy whispers began. Because in Hollywood, scandals don't just disappear. They get cleaned up. Some fans claimed the Kardashians were involved. Others said Timothee's team was working overtime. And suddenly, the narrative flipped. Now people were saying, "That's not his side chick. She's someone's wife." But the excuse didn't add up. Because the woman had already been identified, not a random stranger. Not a friend's wife. She was an actress, and reportedly single. So the public asked again. If she's married, where are the wedding photos? Where is the husband? Where is the proof? But there was none, only more denial. And then came the biggest red flag of all. A well-placed source stepped in. They claimed Timothee and the actress did not exit together. And that reports about them spending time together were inaccurate. Technically, that was true. Because in the video, they didn't exit together, they did something worse. They ducked back. They separated. They split up like two suspects avoiding being seen at the same crime scene, and suddenly, the story wasn't just about cheating anymore. It was about manipulation, because if nothing happened, why were people working so hard to rewrite the truth? Then the internet uncovered another rumor, a rumor that felt almost too perfect. That this scandal was being spread by Brazilian accounts. Because Timothee was competing against a Brazilian actor for an Oscar. As if the world's biggest award show would care about his love life. And people laughed, because it sounded ridiculous. But ridiculous lies are always used for one reason, to distract people from the real story, and the real story was simple. Timothee was seen with another woman. He panicked, and now someone was trying to bury it. But scandals don't stay buried, not when Paris has cameras everywhere, and the internet never forgets. As the scandal grew louder, people stopped asking, did he cheat? And started asking something darker. Keep happening to them. Because Kylie Jenner isn't just any girlfriend, she's a billionaire. A global brand. A woman who has turned beauty into power. So when rumors surfaced that Timothee had been distant, missing family events, avoiding public appearances, the internet started connecting the dots. Whispers spread that they had already broken up, that Kylie was being left behind while Timothee chased Oscars, fame, and Hollywood approval. And then came the most chilling theory. That Kris Jenner had stepped in. Because when Kris Jenner gets involved, relationships don't stay personal. They become business deals, and suddenly, Timothee began claiming Kylie again. More public support. More appearances. More perfect couple energy, almost like the relationship was being patched up. Not with love, but with strategy. And that's when the real question hit like a bullet. What if Kylie wasn't shocked at all? What if she already knew the rules? Because in Hollywood, loyalty is rare. And power couples don't survive without agreements. Maybe Kylie was willing to look the other way. As long as the world believed she had the perfect man, because her image is everything. Her brand is built on being desired, being chosen. Being the woman every man wants. And if the public ever believed Timothee was stepping out, it wouldn't just be a heartbreak, it would be humiliation. And the Kardashians don't lose in public, not without a fight. But here's the problem, Timothee wasn't satisfied with secrecy. Because the reports claimed it wasn't enough to meet in the hotel. No. They wanted more. A romantic Paris night. A hidden escape. A midnight drive. And when the paparazzi showed up, Timothee didn't protect the woman. He abandoned her. He walked out alone, like he was saving himself, and letting her take the fall, and that's when the internet realized. This wasn't just cheating, this was disrespect. Because Kylie gave him access to a world of luxury, fame, and influence. And in return, have given her the one thing no Kardashian can tolerate, a public embarrassment. And now, the silence from Kylie Jenner felt terrifying. Not because she didn't care, but because she might be planning something, and in the Kardashian world, revenge is never emotional. It's calculated. By now, the story wasn't just a rumor. It was a ticking bomb. Because the paparazzi footage, the hotel timeline, the security tarps, everything pointed to one ugly truth. Something happened in Paris. And the scariest part, nobody was denying it properly. No clear statement. No proof of innocence. Just weak excuses floating around online like smoke. And that's when people realized this wasn't being handled like a normal celebrity rumor. This was being handled like a crisis. Because suddenly, sources started appearing everywhere. Some claimed the reports were inaccurate. Some claimed they didn't leave together. Some claimed it was all a misunderstanding. But the internet didn't care about technicalities. Because the world saw what it saw. Two people at the same hotel. Late at night. Acting nervous. Hiding. Splitting up. Running. And if Timothee was innocent, why did he look like a man escaping consequences? But then came the most disturbing possibility of all. What if Kylie already knew? And didn't care? What if this wasn't cheating, but an open relationship hidden behind a perfect brand image? Because in Hollywood, love is often less important than optics. And Kylie Jenner's entire empire is built on optics. So maybe she wasn't heartbroken. Maybe she was simply playing her role. The girlfriend. The billionaire. The woman who never gets left. Even if she has to pretend. But the streets of Paris don't lie. And the cameras don't lie. And if this scandal grows any bigger, someone will have to take the fall. Either Timothee will deny it publicly, or Kylie will quietly walk away. And if she does, it won't be loud. It won't be dramatic.